To graph this parabola, we need to first find the coordinates of the vertex of the parabola. We'll use this formula for x and this formula for y for those coordinates. We need a, b, and c, so a is -1, b is 6, and c is -9. So I'll use those values to find x and y. First we have x equals -b, which is 6, over 2 times a, which is 2 times -1. We have 6 over -2, which is -3. Remember, the opposite in the front will make that 3, so we know that x is 3. Now we can find y. We'll have 4 times -1 times -9 minus 6 squared all over 4 times -1. What we'll have in the numerator is 4 times -1 times 9, which is 36, minus 6 squared, which is 36. This is all over -4. Now we're going to have 36 minus 36, which is 0. And 0 divided by any number is just 0. So the coordinates for this graph are 3, 0. Now that we found the vertex of this parabola, we can graph the vertex. If you recall, it was 3, 0. We can also graph the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is the equation x equals 3. I am going to plot some points. I've created a t-chart here to do so. I'm going to use x values to the left of the axis of symmetry. So I will solve for y when x is 2 to begin with. So I'll have -2 squared plus 6 times 2 minus 9. 2 squared is 4. This is the opposite of 2 squared, so -4 plus 12 minus 9. -4 plus 12 is 8, and 8 minus 9 is -1. So when x is 2, y is -1. I can now solve for y when x is 1. I'll have y equals -1 squared plus 6 times 1 minus 9. Again, I'll have 1 squared, which is 1, but here we have the opposite. So -1 plus 6 minus 9. A -1 and a -9 give us -10, plus 6 is -4. So when x is 1, y is -4. And finally, we can find y when x is 0. So we'll have -0 squared plus 6 times 0 minus 9. This evaluation, we use the fact that 0 times anything is 0. So we'll have 0 minus 9, or -9. I can now plot those points. 2, -1 is here, 1, -4 is here, and 0, -9 falls here. I could then use the axis of symmetry to plot 3 other points. This one will mirror with this one. This point will mirror with this point. And finally, this one will mirror with this point. I can now draw my parabola. And finally, I can identify the x-intercept. There is only one x-intercept with this parabola. It happens to be at 3, 0.